Alrighty. Time for the last episode, episode 26 of the second season. So let's get right to it. So, as the wedding had started, Jem Pope, I think it seemed like another Hollywood agate or something, whatever, or maybe a different agate, was giving out a speech, and the two gems, Doc and Pendleday were waiting, and Pendleday wanted to be over with, and she was saying that. Oh yeah, even in 2 episodes ago, she was saying, "Oh, wait," or maybe last episode she was saying, "Hey, wait." After the Doc was saying, "Well, let's go," and she's saying, "Why wait? Let's get married today, just to get this over with already, just to have excitement already." Just so you can be ruler immediately. And then Doc would say, anxious, Ari. The sooner the better. The sooner to do. The sooner the better. Or the sooner the better. The sooner to do. Something like that. The sooner to do, the sooner the better. Something like that. What Farquaad said. Doc would say something like that, and then she would say, "Keeper of the band," something like the guests, and or roundups and guests. It's roundups and guests, and something like cakes. I think cakes. Yeah, what Farquaad would say. I don't know. And that was before they would leave to go to the other planet, like in the last episode, and that was before they left from the ship to go to the other planet, and now now let's talk about Now I'm not saying this. What's happening? I'm not saying I'm going back to episode. I'm not saying I'm going back to episode 25. I'm just saying what happened. Um, I'm just saying what happened in the last episode. But continuing episode 26, what Pensnite was saying, excuse me, what she was saying to the Pope, and she was saying, can we just skip to the ideals? And then Doc was saying, go on. And as the Pope was saying that, and as the dragon landed, they Pensnite was saying, or no, Pearl Diamond was saying, okay, if I need you, I'll whistle. And then and then the dragon was chasing after the citizen gems on Doc's planet. And then the diamonds were telling Steven to stop. Telling Steven if he's not ready yet. Like they're worried that if Steven's not ready yet, and Steven wants to already do it, and like wants to know the truth, and after Pearl Diamond was going crazy on Steven, like like donkey, and then Steven was saying, Steven was then saying, "All right, cut it out." When, or maybe he's saying this to the two diamonds. "All right, you two, cut it out." Like even Teal Diamond was probably saying that Steven trying to get Steven being all wild to Steven. Not really in a mean wild thing. They were just acting funny, and then Steven. That's when Steven says to the two diamonds, "All right, you two, cut it out." When does this guy say the line? And then, like, "All right, you two, cut it out." When does this guy say the line? And then Teal Diamond said, "We better go check it out." And then, Purple Diamond was like saying to Teal, or Steven would say to Teal, "What do you see?" As the vote was continuing. Or Pearl Diamond would say, "We need to go find out," because, Pearl Diamond is more of a, ideas, or more of an ideist, whatever you say it. No offense to Teal and Steven, but she's more an ideas. That's what Purple would say. She would say, we better go find out. And then that's when Steven would say, "What do you see?" And then Teal said, "The whole crowd's there. The Pope is still going." "Oh, he already said it." What she meant was he already said, "Kiss the bride," when she goes up to the top window. And then Steven was like, "Oh, for goodness sakes," like something like that. And Teal would come down to the ground as the two diamonds were following Steven. Oh yeah, the two diamonds the two diamonds tell Steven that he would say, "I object," and that's what and as of this scene, Steven opens the two doors and he's saying, "I object." Well, the two diamonds were walking behind him, and the three diamonds were going inside, and then the crowd was surprised, and they were getting up from seats, and Pendledite was saying, "Stephen?" And Doc was saying, "Oh, now what does he want?" And then as the gems were getting up from the seats, and then Stephen saying, "Hey, good time. Hey, we brought Teal Diamond with us. Hey, we brought Teal with us, and sorry for her. Sorry for her not showing up from the tournament." And Doc was asking, "What are you doing here?" And Stephen was saying to Pendledite, Pendledite, I need to talk to you." And actually, he would say, I'm sorry. After Stephen said, I'm sorry for Teal not showing up in the tournament. While he was saying that in the mid sentence, while he was almost finishing talking, Pendledite saying, "What are you doing? Or what are you doing here?" And then Doc would say, "Yeah, it's rude when someone's alive when no one wants you, but showing uninvited to a wedding." Something like that. I don't think she would say that someone's alive, like, I don't know, like, but, well, Doc was finishing talking. That's when Stephen said to Pendledite, "I need to talk to you." And then Pendledite said, "Oh, now you want to talk? Well, it's a little late for that, so if you'll excuse me." I just forgot for Pendledite to say that stuff, like, "What are you doing?" and "Now you want to talk." Well, it's a little late for that, so if you'll excuse me, something like that. And after she said, "Well, so if you'll excuse me," she then tries to kiss, I don't know if it's instead kissing or just because Pendledite probably just said that probably earlier she said she doesn't like fusing. Like they would just be crowned. Yeah, crowned, I would say. And then Stephen said to Pendledite, "But you can't marry her." And then Pendledite said, "And why not?" And then Stephen said, "Because she's just marrying you so she can be ruler." Or because she's just marrying you so she can be empress. I should have said empress earlier, not emperor. Emperor means a man. I forgot about that. So earlier, whoever's talking about emperor earlier, it's empress. Like how many then of the characters saying, a couple of the characters saying empress earlier, even that some of the characters saying it a few times were saying empress earlier. So anyway, after Stephen was saying, she's just marrying you so she can be empress. And then Doc was saying, "Outrageous." Pendledite, my love, don't listen. And while she was finishing talking, Stephen was saying, "She's not someone you want to hang out with. She's not your true friend." And then Stephen's saying, "Then what do you know?" After Stephen was saying, "She's not your true friend," and then Pendledite said, "Then what do you know about true friends?" And then Stephen saying, and then Doc was saying that, "Oh, I see what's going on. You miss her. You wanna be BFFs with her, don't you?" Like, and then everyone started laughing, like it's just for something funny as a small joke. and Stephen was saying, and then Pendledite was saying, "Stephen, is this true?" And then Stephen would just have this worried face, and then Doc was saying, "Who cares? It's preposterous. Who cares? It's preposterous. Pentadite, we're gonna be crowned. We're gonna be elected 2 empresses, rulers of my planet. So come on, let's be crowned." Or maybe Doc would be a lot better if Doc would say, "So come on, join me." Or "Come on, please join me," something like that. And even if it doesn't have to be a better sentence, it's still well. Like, whatever Doc was saying, that's what actually is in the episode. In this episode, I meant. This, not the. But then Pentadite, after Doc was saying, "Join me," something like whatever sentence, then Pentadite was looking at the window, and she was saying about, the gem, about the golden, or no, she was then looking at the window and then talking to herself about, like, what should I do? Like, I should really, this is when I get to talk to him now, said Pentadite. And then Pentadite said to Steven, "I wanted to show you before." Then she backs up to the wall where the big windows are at, and then she touches the gold. I mean, she touches the wall and turns it into gold. And then everybody was surprised. And then Steven said, well, that explains a lot." And then Pentadite smiles, and then Doc was angry. She was saying, "Oh, I guess I made a big mistake all along." Or she's like, "She's a witch," like something like that. I don't know. And then Doc was saying, guards, I order you to get them out of my sight. Now, get them both." As the rubies were trying to attack and get them, like, she was taking off her glove while doing it. She put her glove back on. Well, I don't know, be like, "Don't touch her hands," like said Doc, and they were trying to imprison, like, as they were attacking, and then as Steven and Pentadite were calling the names, and oh yeah, actually, Teal Diamond and Pearl Diamond did not show up at the wedding. They were waiting for the dragon. Like, they were sitting down on the dragon. They were charging it. Like, you know what happens in the movie. But as Steven was trying to attack, like, they then come in and actually Steven was saying Pentadite, and Pentadite was saying Steven. Like, they kept calling their names at each other. They kept calling out their names to each other a few times. And then, oh yeah, while that was happening, of course, Doc was saying, "This marriage has been married," or something like that. I don't know. "And that makes me Empress. See? It puts her crown on." And then, and she was like saying, "Let go of me, Steven." I was about to say Shrek. Something like that. So, like, "No, Steven." And then, while the fight was going on, while they were trying to take them away, Doc was saying, "And as for you, my wife," and Steven was saying, "Pentadite," and then Doc was saying, "I will have you locked back in that tower for the rest of your days." And then Steven whistled, and then the dragon shows up. "As Empress, I will have order," or like, "I will have order. I will have protection. I shall have protection," something like that. "I will have," and then the monster shows up, and then eats Doc, and eats the rest of her woman, like instead of men, it was woman, and even the other rubies, and they all died. Pentadite was saying, oh no, not Pentadite, Pearl Diamond was saying, "Alright, nobody move. We got a dragon here and we're not afraid to use it." And then Teal was saying, "We are diamonds on edge." And then the what was it? The creature then burped out the monster dragon burped out the crown. I didn't mean if I said monster dragon, like it's the same thing. Or no, it's dragon, not monster. They did not say monster earlier in the series. Like they did not actually say that. I was mistaken earlier. I was mistaken. I was meant to say dragon, but anyway, I was meant to say dragon a few times earlier. But anyway, well, I meant several times because it was more than that. But back to this. She was saying. Hold on, hang on. As the crowd was going on, Stephen was saying, hey, Pendledite, I found something, a wand. Or, Pendledite was saying, well, Pendledite first says, yes, Stephen, and then that's when Stephen said, I have a wand where I can cure you with the powers. And then as he was using his magical powers, like using the wand, while Pendledite was taking out her gloves, or well, actually, yeah, he then used the magic, and then the gold magic was going away. She takes out off her other glove. I don't know why I said she puts her glove back on. She has been having her glove off for the last 2 minutes, I believe. And, like, for the last 2 minutes or last 3 minutes. Ever since 3 minutes after she had revealed her powers. She then touches the pillar of the wall, and then no gold. And then no gold. And then she throws the gloves out, and then let's see. I'm trying to think. I'm thinking. Stephen was then saying, "So, Pendledite, what should we do now?" Pendledite was saying, "You know, I kind of got bored on this planet, and I was thinking that if we use this magic wand, it will send me to another dimension." And Stephen and the two diamonds and the two diamonds got down, and they then talking to Pendledite that Teal was saying, "Don't you want to say goodbyes?" And they all say goodbye. They were all in tears, and even Pendledite, they all hugged each other. And then Stephen used his magic wand. Before that, Pendledite was saying, "Okay, I'm ready." And then Stephen just sended her away to another dimension. Actually, Stephen was thinking about it, and sending her away to a dimension of what Stephen had known of what he had watched this show about. He was saying, "I know this show I've been watching," and he was whispering to Pendledite, and he's like, and she's like, "Oh, that's a good idea." And then she said, "Okay, I'm ready." And then that's when she said, "Okay, I'm ready." Yeah. Then he used his magic wand, and then with the power of the magic, she disappeared to another dimension, or maybe in an afterlife of dimension. So that because it's fun in heaven, but not in heaven in Steven Universe. Like she would be in a different heaven if she went to heaven. But then Stephen and the diamonds were like saying that so what place did you say to her, like where she's going? Said Purple Diamond. And then Stephen saying, "I'll tell you guys that later. You'll be surprised. It's a lot more fun to tell you guys the surprise later." And then as they all leave, they go back and they found a warp pad. They're like, "Oh, what do you know? A warp pad," said Teal. "You want to go back to Earth and have fun?" And as that was the last words of the character was of so far in the episode was Teal Diamond. And then Stephen then answered her question, "Yes, let's do that." And then Pearl Diamond was saying, "Okay." And then something like that, what Purple Diamond would say, and then they all just warped themselves away from the warp pad, and then that was the end of season 2. Well, the second season, not really season 2, but the second season, it's a spin-off. But anyways, Yeah, I'm waiting for 20 minutes. I was waiting for 20 minutes. It's now 20 minutes. That so I hope you guys enjoyed that season. I will explain the stuff in the next episode about the hidden things, and I'll talk to you guys later.